Hey guys, today on Absolute Aquatics, I'm going to be giving you an update on my fish tank that I aquascaped with only things I already had. If you haven't seen the video of me setting this tank up, I'm going to leave an info card in the top right of this video. Click on that and then come right back to this video. Alright, so the first thing I'd like to point out is the evaporation. It just dropped like 1.5 inches over like a 3 or 4 week period. And that seems like a lot to me. I guess that kind of brings into perspective when you don't do any water changes on a tank, how much water is actually evaporating into your room. And this is only a 10-gallon tank. If you think about it, if you were doing a larger fish tank, you'd be evaporating a lot more water. But now we'll go back into the Scape. As you can see, that one of the Anubias, I picked it because of the evaporation. I picked it and just threw it down by the other one, so they're both sitting together. And then the water wisteria has actually grown quite a bit. It does seem like it grew more than it did because of the evaporation, but it really has grown. You can kind of see how the lighter green, that's all the newer growth. And then with the dwarf sage, it's really perked up compared to when I first planted it. And I think it looks, this tank it doesn't look bad for a tank that I aquascaped with only things I already had. This is a tank that I believe that most people would enjoy having in their home. And it would be a lot better if the tank could have been filled up all the way, but we couldn't do that because of the bulkheads. And that's alright. It's kind of cool. It's kind of more like a terrarium in that sense, but I still think, I personally think I prefer fully filled aquariums, but I haven't experimented much in terrariums. Maybe I'll have to do that someday in the future, and I will have to decide that. For the tank being only about half full, this light, it was way too powerful. This Phoenix Stingray, it's obviously it's kind of been a pain because this is right by the door to this room, and so I have to walk around this light where it's poking out because you can't go any farther that way because of the wall. And that Anubias that was out of water for a day or two, it was not looking so good the day that I realized I needed to pull it. And it took a little bit of a beating. I don't know how much of a difference it would have made if the tank could have been filled to the brim, but I don't know. I just think it was a little bit too bright for this setup. When it comes to the hardscape, I think the rocks were really good, and the wood, the portion that is in the tank, is really cool. Because if you're looking in there, you can see that just the brightness. It'd be cool if there were fish in here swimming around underneath it. Kind of like some blackwater fish or something. But, it comes way up out of the tank. It's up there. And that also is kind of a pain for me and wouldn't really be super aesthetically pleasing in most people's rooms, or especially if it's in a living space, like living room or greeting room or whatever you have in your house where you have lots of people coming in and seeing it. But for what's in the tank, I really liked it. The rocks, like I said, were about exactly what I wanted. The one thing I really wish that I would have had more of was more Anubias, because I think that if I could have done more Anubias across all these bottom little branches, glued them on, or I guess I would have tied them on with string in this situation, because this isn't a super long tank. I'm going to be tearing it down after this. But I did want to give you guys an update. Alright guys, thank you for watching this episode of Absolute Aquatics. Let me know what you thought of this video in the comments section below. Give this video a like, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel.